It's not a bad spot to sit and get some baseballs during batting practice, but you got to learn to catch it and throw it the right way. Here at Busch Stadium and all around Major League Baseball, there are two pastimes when you come to a game: watching the ball game and getting a chance to get a bite to eat. Tonight is Game 3 between the Phils and the St. Louis Cardinals. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Ben Davis, as we get set tonight for Aaron Harang to make another start for the Phillies. He's been their most consistent pitcher. In fact, dating back to last year, he has one quality start after another.
He has been the most consistent pitcher for the Phillies this year, and the simple fact that he is a strike thrower. He will go out there and challenge hitters despite not being the most overpowering pitcher. He mixes in all four pitches, and he does it very, very well. Righties and lefties, he pitches to contact. He used to be a strikeout pitcher back when he first came up, led the league in strikeouts a couple years, but that's not him right now. He pitches to contact, uses all his pitches, and he gets outs.
And he relies on his defense, which we have seen during the first few starts that he's made in a Phillies uniform, and that's a good thing.
It's a great thing because the defense appreciates the fact that he is going to go out and throw strikes. He is going to make the offense put balls in play, and they appreciate that.
Well, you look at his 4 starts so far. Each of those starts has resulted in at least 6 innings, and then his last start, 8 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, and 6 strikeouts. All right, so Aaron Harang is one part of the story. The other part of the story is the Phillies' offense. Now, it's not obviously clicking on all cylinders, but one guy that is clicking right out of the gates is Freddie Galvis.
When you put balls in play, it's amazing what happens. You see him right here. He's number 6 in the entire National League in batting average. That's something you would tell us in the spring training. Hey, Freddie's going to be out there at the end of April. We would have said no way. But he's doing what the Phillies have asked him to do. He's bought into shortening his swing, putting balls in play. But the biggest thing that he's done this year, he's become a much, much better hitter with 2 strikes.
I think the big thing, too, that stands out is that he has a lot of multi-hit games. You see it with Matt Carpenter of the St. Louis Cardinals, and you see with Freddie Galvis with the Phils. 5 3-hit games so far this year, 7 multi-hit games, and consistency has not gone hitless in back-to-back games since the 2nd game of the season. Well, he's our focal point, so we had Greg Murphy sit down and chat with the Phillies shortstop.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Yep, you're with Freddie Galvis, Phillies shortstop, and guy who's getting a chance to play every day this season, the starting shortstop for this team. And I got to imagine, Freddie, that first and foremost, that's just a great feeling, knowing that you're going to be in the lineup on most days at that shortstop spot.
Yeah, feel good. You used to know, like you say, you're going to be in the lineup every day. Just make me be ready, try to work every day, and play hard.
There has been so much talk about the process that you've changed your swing a little bit, maybe even your thought process when you get up to the plate. It certainly early on in the season has proven to work for you. Can you take us a little bit, can you tell us a little bit about that and what you've been trying to do?
Yeah, we switched it from try to hit homers or try to hit a gapper to stay on the ground, land drive, and that kind of stuff. And right now it's really working, and I just need to stay with that approach.
Has it been difficult for you to make that switch, doing it every day?
Not at all, because I do it in 2011 when I was in Reading. We switched a lot to try to stay on the ground, and I have a good year at that point. And then I don't know why, but I went back to start hitting the ball in the gappers and try to hit homers. And now in spring training we switch again. So it's been easy right now, but I have to do every day. I think that's the work you have to put every day on the cage and on the field. And right now it's good.
Mike Schmidt told us that he had a conversation with you in spring that 200 hits is not out of the question for a guy like yourself. Do you set goals for yourself like that? Is that something that you think about?
That's the goal he tried to put me, and that's what he told me. And I don't even think about it, but he always remind me that, remember, you have to get 200 hits. So the most hits I can do in a game is good. But like I say, I have to stay with my approach, and whatever happens, it's going to be good.
Well, you're off to a pretty good start. Before you go, let me ask you one question. We've seen your defense over the years, and we've known just how talented you are out there at the shortstop position, but you've made a couple of plays over the last couple of days. You ever surprise yourself at what you're able to do with the glove?
I don't know, man. Sometimes you make some plays, and you don't even know how you do it, but I really put a lot of job into a lot of work in my infield stuff. So I'm blessed to do that kind of play and try to help the team to make some ups.
All right, well, I know you're headed to the cage to get some hitting in, so we appreciate your time. Tom, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Burp, thank you very much. Freddie Galvis has been a very bright spot for the Phils so far in 2015. So will be Aaron Harang making his 5th start. He'll be opposed by Carlos Martinez in the rotation full-time for the first time in his baseball career. Well, Matt Carpenter has been smoking hot for the St. Louis Cardinals. He's reached base safely in every game so far. He's in the lineup tonight. When we return, we'll go to the Comcast Sportsnet studios. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. By Citizens Bank, one deposit checking. Keeping things simple is helping you bank better. By Toyota, where will Toyota take you? Visit buyattoyota.com to find out. Toyota, let's go places. By Budweiser, still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. And by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Learn more at ibx.com. He grew up in a suburb of St. Louis, so he had some friends and family that were here the last couple of days. Same for Cody Ashe. Signed some autographs on a beautiful night, an absolutely perfect night for baseball. It was gorgeous all day here in St. Louis, and they're expecting another large crowd here at Busch Stadium for Game 3 of this 4-game series. Let's take a peek at the Phillies starting lineup. It's brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies. Leading it off in left field, Ben Revere. Odubel Herrera bats second. Chase Utley is third, followed by Jeff Francoeur and Ryan Howard. Cody Ashe will bat sixth. Carlos Ruiz seventh. Freddie Galvis will bat eighth for the Phils. And batting ninth and pitching is Aaron Harang. They will face a young right-hander, Carlos Martinez, 23-year-old from the Dominican Republic. 2-0 so far. His first full-time gig as a starting pitcher. Now, he has spot started before, but for the most part, he's been a reliever for the Cardinals over the last couple of years.
And he's been a 100-mile-an-hour guy, but now no longer. 92 to 95, slider, change. And as you said, this is 11 career starts for him. He's been in 82 career games, but mostly as a reliever.
Originally signed by the Boston Red Sox in 2009, but then that contract was voided. We'll get into that as this game moves on. Time now, Ben, for our Nissan Keys to tonight's ball game.
Plain and simple, see the heater down. He does still have a very, very good fastball, but he likes to ride that fastball high, lay off it, and harangue an L on him.
Getting more and more creative.
See what I'm doing there, Tom?
I got you.
Now, he's been pitching great, so hopefully he can go out and command the strike zone and beat this very good Cardinals lineup.
Ryan Sandberg is also looking for him to go deep into a game, as you could imagine. After Severino Gonzalez lasted just 2 2/3 last night, he had to spend a lot of the bullpen. Ben Revere leads things off. He's hit in 4 consecutive games. He takes the first pitch outside, so we are underway. Ben so far 3 for 9 in this series with a couple RBIs. And a high hurdle over the ball guy down the left field line in last night's game. I asked him about that today. He said, I really thought the guy was going to move. He said, but when he didn't move, there was nothing I could do. I was going to run into him if I didn't jump over him.
He did the right thing.
2 balls and 1 strike to Revere. 0 for 3 lifetime against Martinez. And he pulls that one to the right side, scooped up by Wong. Martinez fell to the ground. I don't know if he deflected that or not.
He may have, because I really thought that ball had a chance to get up the middle, and it just kind of died once it got past Martinez.
Yeah, it hit his glove.
Absolutely.
So that should go down as a 1-4-3 putout. A lot of times they do not. They won't put the 1 in there if it didn't misdirect the ball. If it just tapped it and it kept on going up the middle, it would just be a 4-3 putout, but that was misdirected over toward the second baseman. And I think you're right, Ben. I think that would have been a base hit for Ben Revere.
I think so.
The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Ronald Gambler of Fogelsville. Phillies hit a home run in tonight's ball game. Then Ron will win $300.
Good luck, Ron.
Ron, we hope you win every bit of that $300 tonight. Breaking ball. 0-2. And Odubel went fishing, and he's the first strikeout victim for Martinez, who has struck out 22 in 20 2/3 innings so far.
Well, since becoming a starter, he definitely does have to use his off-speed pitches a little bit more. Right this year, he's 55% with his fastball, 24% with his curveball or slider, and then 20% with his changeup.
That's a bite on it.
Late. Very, very late. I don't think he saw any spin, any rotation on that at all.
Chase Utley's now the hitter. Utley takes a fastball, 95 for a strike. Well, Chase, as everybody knows, has been mired in a month-long slump. In fact, tomorrow is the final day of April. And if he does not have a double before tomorrow, it would be the first time in his career he has finished up a full month without a 2-base hit. That was a 9-pitch top of the first inning for Martinez. So Aaron Harang will get ready to go to work when we come back. reputation, but in no way new to reaching success on the mounds. The durable right-hander has been just that for his new team and has been efficiently strong in all 4 starts. Aaron has posted an ERA of 1.37. Opponents are hitting under 200, and he has set a career high, tossing 8 straight quality starts going back to last season. Harang's addition has been a good one, and it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, Aaron Harang making his 5th start in a Phillies uniform, 2-1 with an earned run average of 1.37. And it's pretty basic, Ben, as far as what his repertoire is, and the Cardinals are certainly used to seeing him.
That they are. 7-15 career against the Cardinals with a 4.27 ERA. But you'll see, he's not overpowering anymore, but he just throws strikes. He knows how to pitch. The best thing he can do is throw his off-speed behind in counts, a slider, curve, and a change.
All part of our Budweiser scouting report. Peter Borges, who has good numbers against him, gets the nod tonight instead of John Jay. Borges 7 for 15 against Aaron Harang. He has scored a run so far in this series. He's been a defensive replacement and a pinch runner. And he lifts that one to right center field. Herrera closing, makes the catch. Boy, he is getting better and better with each passing game.
And it is his first step that I think he really has improved. You don't see him really freezing on balls to see exactly where they're going to end up. As soon as that ball's hit, he's going. He's trusting his instincts. I still think that's Francourt's ball, but.
Well, Francourt took a peek at one point, and I think he felt like he could get it, but he saw Herrera moving so fast. Well, one of the hottest hitters in the National League is Matt Carpenter, hitting .380 with 3 home runs, 12 runs batted in. First pitch is over at the knees. It's 0-1. Carpenter leads the National League in doubles with 12. He's 4th in batting average with that .380 mark.
Standing around the cage today and watching Carpenter hit, there's just no wasted movement. He's very concise to the ball, trusts himself.
Lays off that breaking pitch, and it's 2-1. Well, he's been a hard fellow to get out in this series. He's 4 for 8, 3 extra base hits, 3 runs scored. They like their Carpenters here in St. Louis, whether it's Chris Carpenter or Matt Carpenter.
Both have been very productive for the Redbirds.
How about last year? 709 plate appearances, which led the National League. Part of that was because he walked 95 times. 2-2 pitch. Just missed. I think he's going to get the benefit of the doubt, too, because he's become such a good hitter.
Perfect example there. He knows the strike zone.
And a call, strike 3. Down looking, 2 outs here in the first. And that'll bring Matt Holliday to the plate.
Well, he just missed with the pitch before that, and he gets this pitch right here, this fastball, and runs it right back.
Holliday's hit in 3 straight. He's 3rd in the National League in hitting. And he comes right out of bed swinging. Jeff Nelson is the crew chief. He's behind the plate. Laz Diaz over at first. Chris Cuccione at second. Corey Blazer at third. And a line drive. Utley picks it on one hop. Played him perfectly. Side is retired. Well, a little luck there for the Phils. They had him played perfectly. And the Cardinals go down 1-2-3. We've completed 1 on to the second. Jeff Francoeur will kick things off when we return. Weather is Thursday, May 14th. It's a day game against the Pittsburgh Pirates, all part of a 4-game series. Don't forget, following the game is a senior stroll the bases. Tickets can be purchased by going to Phillies.com for that entire series, in particular that day game. Carlos Martinez had a 9-pitch first. He'll face Jeff Francoeur to begin the second. Francoeur takes a strike. It's 0-1. Francoeur hitting .193, 2 homers, 4 RBIs. Hitless in this series, and he hits one between the legs of Martinez, who may have gotten a piece of that too. And 1 out. That'll bring Ryan Howard to the plate. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, talking about Carlos Martinez and the hot start that he is off to, we already mentioned his ERA, how low it is, and where he ranks in the National League with that. 2-0 to start, 9 scoreless innings, a streak he is working on right now. Part of the reason, his effectiveness against lefties this year. Take a look at this. As compared to last year, lefties were batting .297 a year ago, just .182 this year. The slugging percentage way down as well. Why is that? Well, the effectiveness of his off-speed pitches. Nice play in the hole right there. Get Ryan Howard. His off-speed pitches to the left-handers, he's been using them a lot more. You saw him strike out to Herrera earlier in this game using an off-speed pitch. So that's something that's new for him this year in the starting rotation. That seems to be working for him, guys. Well,
obviously, when he became a full-time starter, he had to go back into his repertoire and pick up an extra pitch or two. In the bullpen, he could probably get away with throwing just 2 pitches.
No, absolutely. Most guys come out of the bullpen, they only have the 2. It's all they really need, especially when you're going to throw 1 inning of work. Very few guys, Bartolo Colon comes to mind as the guy that can just go out and throw fastball after fastball after fastball.
He got a little help from his defense to get that left-hander out last go around.
Yeah, he did. And for Ryan Howard, and he doesn't need anybody to be an apologist for him, but how many times did he hit the ball into that shift? And most guys would have a hit in that spot. Here's Cody Ashe, who lines one into center field, a base hit.
A lot of balls back up the box today, huh?
Well, Wong already has 4 assists at second base.
Well, that was a good play getting back to that at bat by Howard. That ball was in shallow right field, and Wong, second basemen aren't usually known to have a very strong arm, but he made a very good play and a very strong throw to first base to get Ryan Howard out.
2 outs. Carlos Ruiz is coming up. Ruiz fouls it down the right field line. Mentioned Martinez was originally drafted by the Boston Red Sox in 2009. His contract was voided a little less than a month after he signed it. There were some issues with his name. He was listed under his uncle's name, as that one is hit towards shortstop, and Peralta will flip underhand in time to get Ashe. Side is retired. Anyway, he was suspended for a year. Couldn't sign a year later. The Red Sox didn't want him. The Cardinals took a flyer on him, and it certainly has paid off. He's thrown only 16 pitches in 2 innings so far. A play for Mariota. Watch Breakfast on Broad, presented by Virtua Joint Replacement Institute. Weekday mornings from 6 until 8. Swings at the first pitch, slices it down toward the ball dude down the left field line. And then out of play, it's 0-1. This time he get out of the way.
Can they get him a taller stool?
I was thinking the same thing. Does he have to sit as low as the half fence down there?
It's like one of those stools my kid used to sit at the sink and brush their teeth with.
Well, maybe he does bring it home and he uses it to brush his teeth. Out towards center field. Herrera on the run. It's over his head and off the base of the wall. Adams on his way to second, and the throw not in time. He lumbers in with the Cardinals' first base hit. A leadoff double here in the second inning. He's a strong man.
That ball was smoked. I mean, smoked. This is a two-seamer. It really doesn't have any depth on it. It just kind of sits there. Adams doesn't try and do too much with it and just peppers it off the center field fence. Probably look like the 3-irons you're hitting today, huh, Tom?
Not exactly. None of them went that straight. Johnny Peralta is the batter. Peralta hitting .320, and he takes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Peralta 10 for 30 lifetime against Aaron Harang. Over to third. Cody Ashley has it. Checks Adams back to second. And one away for Jason Hayward.
Worked out well. Prevented Adams from advancing to third base. We know the Cardinals, what they did it last night. They're very, very good with runners in scoring position. And obviously, if you can keep Adams at third base or at second base, it's going to help a lot more because he's not the fastest guy by any means.
Best arm, of course, is Frank Cora in right field. Herrera's, he's probably average at this point, although he hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities. Revere has a couple of outfield assists this season. Hayward takes strike one. Hayward, .213 hitter. He was Aaron Harang's teammate a year ago with the Atlanta Braves.
Hayward's always been a guy that I think could do so much more. He's got the tools, he's got the talent, but it seems like when he gets to the point of contact, he almost recoils and goes back towards the catcher.
That one's looped out to left field. It'll drop for a base hit. Adams will go to third, and Revere bobbles the ball. Adams breaks for a moment and stops. First and third with 1 man down.
I wonder if Jose Oquendo holds him there because of the new scouting report on Ben Revere. I mean, it's
brand new scouting report.
Listen, he still doesn't have a bazooka, but he has done above and beyond what he did last year. Comes in and attacks the ball, bobbles it a hair. Jose already had held up Matt, so keeps the double play in check with a very slow runner at home.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I think for guys like Adams, who normally or used to just go against Ben Revere, guys who aren't really that quick, they now hold. The quicker guys probably will still test his arm.
Yeah.
Here's Yadier Molina, who's not hit into a double play this year. As time is called.
Good time for one, Tom.
Almost a month into the season, you'd figure that he would hit into one by now. Down the right field line, that'll be out of play. Molina 1 for 7 in the series. He does have 1 RBI.
Been robbed by Cody Ashia a couple times. First 2 games here.
Popped him up in front of the mound. Ruiz off of the mask. Harang says he has it, but Howard will make the catch.
Get a new one.
2 outs, and Colton Wong is coming up.
Sinker's just riding in hard on Yachty. And you could see him really try and fight that ball off and shoot it to right field. Hit that hole over there, but the ball just kept riding in on him and it'll jam him.
Wong hitting .288. He's hit in 5 straight. He has 6 hits during that time. In the series, he's 3 for 9. He's basically been sitting in the 8-hole most of the time. Pretty good 8-hole hitter. Way upstairs, 1-0.
I like him. You know, he plays very good defense, as we witnessed last inning. He can run, and he's got a little bit of juice. Ball comes off his bat hard.
See his numbers with runners in scoring position and 2 outs. And a reminder, you do have the pitcher in the on-deck circle. Harang obviously knows that. Curveball on the outside corner, 1-1.
Two different ways the Cardinals can play this. You can run Howard, or run Hayward at first. If he does make it, it's great, but then they're going to walk Wong. You do clear the pitcher. If he does get him out, you have the pitcher leading off. So
a little low, 3-1. Cardinals as a team are hitting .269. It's second best in the National League. They've scored 78 runs, which is 12th most. Curveball, loop to center, a base hit. That'll score. Hayward will go to second. And it's 1-0 St. Louis. Really just too good of a pitch. It was a hanger, and Wong didn't miss it. He gets his first hit of the year with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
A 3-1 breaking ball here, and I think Wong was just sitting on it, knowing that the pitcher is behind him. The ball kind of just sat there, and Wong goes down and gets it. If you're a hitter, though, you have to be sitting on something soft.
As the number 8 hitter.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, absolutely. 2 outs.
Carlos Martinez, the batter. That's why you have to be careful with the number 8 hitter, because Martinez doesn't have a whole lot of experience as a hitter. 0 for 6 this year with 2 strikeouts.
He's trying to hit that one over the arch.
Yeah. Pretty healthy hack there, and it's 1-2. And a breaking ball frozen. Actually, it buckled him. And he's down on strikes. Side is retired. Second strikeout for Harang, but Colton Wong's RBI single has given the Cardinals a 1-0 lead. Carlos Martinez. Well, Greg Murphy, I have never seen Jim Salisbury as proud as I saw him last week at Citizens Bank Park.
You know, I think you're right, Tom. I think it was one of the biggest moments of Jim Salisbury's life. And we're talking about an episode of the 700 Level show, which is on the 700level.com. And it was a burger eating contest where the folks, a lot of the beat writers, you see Barrett Brooks from Breakfast on Broad was there. My sons, Matthew and Colin, were there as well, trying to eat the triple that they're selling now at Citizens Bank Park. My guy's struggling a little bit to trying to get it down, but Jim Salisbury, it was a surgical destruction of the triple. He is the only one out of all those contestants that you see right there that was able to finish the burger completely. And not only did he finish the burger, he asked for dessert. He asked for French fries. He literally ate pickles along on the side as well. As Freddie Galvis grounds that one to second base for the first out of the inning. But what he did, I didn't think anyone was going to finish it, guys. He destroyed it. And so congrats out to him. You can catch the episode on the 700 Level show on 700level.com. You're going to want to see it.
Yeah, at just over 8 minutes, he ate that burger.
That's right.
Someone told me he wasn't going to run away from him.
He looked very content, though, when he was doing it.
He never broke a sweat.
Yeah. Barrett backed out after he threw his fork in after how long, Murph?
It wasn't long. Barrett, you know, kind of came for the ambiance, I think, and had a couple bites, and he was done. My guys did okay. I think they finished in second. I was there along with John Gonzalez, the host of the show, to help MC the entire contest. It was a lot of fun, and I think folks would enjoy watching Jim just demolish the triple. Right. As Aaron Harang gets one.
Yep, Aaron Harang picks up the second hit of the night for the Phils, an opposite field single. Well, you saw Todd Zolecki, Ryan Lawrence, two of the Phillies beat writers, along with Jim Salisbury, Matthew and Colin. Barrett Brooks. Murph, who was the gentleman in the light blue pullover? I didn't recognize him.
That's Jared, where he's the manager of Harry the Cage.
Oh, right. I did. Yeah. That's right.
I had my money on him, to be honest.
He's a big guy. How did he do?
He did pretty good. The rest of the guys, I don't think anyone finished more than half, other than the two of my guys, but they were sharing it. So.
Yeah, Jared would have done fine if he had the cheesesteak spring rolls, which are at Harry the Cage. Whoa, those are good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know how these guys eat so much food.
Hello? You were scheduled to be there, by the way, just so you know. They were all excited that you were going to come and try to win that competition.
I eat numerous times, not so much at one sitting.
Right. 2 balls, no strikes to Ben Revere. Phil's trying to get a run back here in the top of the third. And Revere swats it back toward the middle. Martinez has got it. Boy, what a play. He realized he had Aaron Harang running, so he had time, and he almost caught it out of the air. It would have been the second time for Revere that would happen. But he was able to recover and throw out Harang on the force play.
Unbelievable. That one, I don't know. It looked like Wong was more shaded towards second base that time. Don't know if that would have made it up the middle, but nice to see him hitting the ball hard. It's a good sign. Very unconventional way to get the ball to second, but it worked.
Yeah, he used his body's momentum basically to toss it. All right, as a catcher, when you see all these balls going back toward the middle or toward second base, what is that telling you about the pitcher? Is there anything in particular?
Not so much.
Toyota Major League Scoreboard. Mets and Marlins are tied at 3. Giancarlo Stanton hit another mammoth home run. Odubel will take strike one. It's 0-1. He struck out his first time up. Phillies have scored 14 runs over their last 3 games, averaging just under 5 runs per game during that span. Chopper back toward the middle. Peralta has it, flips to second, not in time. Now the Phils have runners on first and second with 2 men down.
And that's what speed does. I'm sure Odubel's very happy with Ben for getting the second base on that. hustling all the way. Outstanding to see. And if you remember, Tom, the other night, he filleted a ball in the left field. Ben Revere was kind of caught in no man's land between first and second. Got on his horse and made it to second base, but he didn't make it.
He was forced out.
He was forced out. So Ben made it up to him right there.
Well, now Chase Utley with a chance to tie this ball game up. Utley grounded out to second his first time up, but he pops up toward first base. That was a jammer. Side is retired, no runs. I believe 2 hits, 2 men left. We'll go to the bottom of the third here in St. Louis. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the fan section for all the information, and please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, Ben, here you go. Who was the last Cardinals pitcher before Adam Wainwright in 2014 to start an All-Star game? Answer will be revealed in just a little bit. Peter Borges leads it off here in the third for the Cards. He's behind 0-1. Borges showed bunt, according to Jeff Nelson, the home plate umpire. He flied to right center field his first time up.
Always good to keep him off the bases. This guy can flat out roll.
Hey, he's only had 11 at-bats this year, but he's 4 for 4 with stolen bases. He's been used as a pinch runner on a few occasions. Swing and a miss. Better hurry up, Carlos. Man, look how fast he got down that line.
Can run like the wind blows.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by McDonald's. Any size hot or iced coffee is just $1. McDonald's, I'm loving it. And by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on our most exciting lineup ever. Shop Nissan.com. You got a bell for that statement.
That's right. Kind of torn on that question. I haven't narrowed down to 2 pitchers.
Go with your gut. Go with your gut, Ben.
All right.
There's Matt Carpenter. Curveball in there, 0-1. Matt Carpenter's hitting .375. You don't say this that often about a hitter. He's only spent 6 games this year with his batting average under .350. He and Matt Holliday have both reached base safely in every game so far.
Something. You look at Holliday more of as a power guy. Not as much as when he was younger in Colorado, but he's, I mean, that shows that he's putting the ball in play as well. Not striking out a whole lot, although he did his first at bat. Carpenter did.
Now the 2-2 pitch to Carpenter. He whacks it foul. Tonight, Danglehat has made an appearance here at Busch Stadium. Swing and a miss. He got him with a high heater. 4 strikeouts for Harang. Second time he's gotten Carpenter. And that'll bring Matt Holliday to the plate.
And one looking, one swinging. It looks so good up there.
Holliday grounded out to Utley. It was a line drive, one hopper, actually.
It's a great play by Chase last time. It's where the scouting reports come in handy. Spray charts, all that stuff.
Well, there's so much that is at the disposal of every organization. We have a lot of that with Bloomberg Sports, with Elias, our statistician. I mean, we can see tendencies upon tendencies upon tendencies. 2-0 pitch to Holliday. And he popped him up. Chase Utley, right side. Tough sky right now. And he makes the catch. Side is retired in order. Second time tonight that Harang has set the Cardinals down 1-2-3 as we move to the top of the 4th. Of Green Mountain Coffee K-Cup pods to keep you running. Order by 11:30 and get free same-day delivery. Who but WB Mason? Jeff Francoeur leads it off for the Phils against Carlos Martinez, 23-year-old from the Dominican Republic. He is from Puerto Plata, the Dominican Republic. No balls and 1 strike to Francoeur, and he whacks it foul. It's 0-2. Martinez has thrown 3 or fewer pitches to the last 11 hitters. The only batter that's seen more than 3 is Ben Revere to lead off the game and make that the last 12 batters. A high fastball, second strikeout for him.
It was a high heater, but need a ladder to hit that one. Amazing how some people just are blessed with great arms. You look at Martinez out on the mound. I mean, a little bitty of a guy.
Listed at 6 foot, 180 pounds.
So is AI.
Ryan Howard is 0 for 1, and he whacks it foul. It's 0-1. You know, it's funny, they talk about Pedro Martinez and his, small stature, and Carlos has been called Baby Pedro from time to time. He doesn't have the same stuff as Pedro Martinez, but you can see why, from a size standpoint, there could be a comparison. He's a little wider than Pedro was when he first came up. Would you agree with that?
Yes. He's got a few LBs on him. I mean, he's still not a huge guy by any stretch, but Pedro was, like a Tim Lincecum when he first came up. I was really falling off the mound these last couple of pitches.
Made the action as if the ball slipped out of his hand.
It's always the ball's fault.
It's always the ball's fault. It's always the glove's fault. It's always the bat's fault. Now the 3-1 pitch in the air to right field. Hayward going back on it toward the wall, looking for the wall. It is gone. A home run for Ryan Howard, and he's just tied this ball game up. It's the 11th home run Howard has hit here at Busch Stadium, and it's his 4th of the season. It's a 1-1 game.
It's inevitable, wasn't it, Tom?
You figured he'd have to hit at least 1, if not 2, here at Busch Stadium.
And the hitter will let you know. Right? Did it? Yeah. Yeah, I got it.
Well, that makes a winner out of Ronald Gambler of Fogelsville, Pennsylvania. And our McDonald's home run jackpot. Martinez was trying to give it a little English for Hayward to grab it. Cody Ashley is swinging a miss. It's 0-1. Ashley singled his first time up.
I like what Cody just did. You have a guy that just gave up a home run. What's he want to do? He wants to go attack the strike zone, get ahead in the count. Cody's thinking the same thing. Unfortunately, threw a changeup, a very good changeup, and got down 0-1.
Softly to the right side. Wong will gobble it up. 2 outs. When we talk about Ryan Howard's success here in St. Louis, .350, 11 home runs, 39 runs batted in. He and Cody Ashley grew up in the suburbs of St. Louis.
Sometimes you just feel comfortable.
Carlos swings and fouls the first pitch back. It's 0-1.
Sometimes when you look at Martinez, he's peeling so far towards first base at the release point, your arm tends to drag and leave a lot of balls arm side. See him missing to a lefties, up and away, down and away a lot this ball game, because before that he missed in. So you see him get to his landing point and he just kind of just spins right off.
Back toward the middle. Peralta gets to it, gets to his feet, throws to first in time to get Ruiz. Boy, that's an excellent play by Johnny Peralta. as smooth as you will find, hopping to his feet to make that play. But Ryan Howard has tied this ball game up, his 4th home run of the season. His 11th here at Busch Stadium, just beyond the outstretched glove of Jason Hayward, and we're tied up at 1. Chevrolet. Visit your local dealer at ChevyDealer.com. Buy Budweiser, still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. And buy the Pennsylvania Lottery. Benefits older Pennsylvanians. Beautiful night here in St. Louis. Hour difference from back home in Philadelphia. Matt Adams will lead it off. He doubled and scored the only run for the Cards, and he takes strike 1. It's 0-1. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Harang during his career, as Ben mentioned before, 7 wins, 15 losses against the St. Louis Cardinals. He got to face him a lot when he was with the Cincinnati Reds. They're both in the same division. He's 0-6 in his last 8 starts against the Cardinals, but his ERA isn't that bad. 3.51. His last victory came in 2009 against St. Louis. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Those are his numbers here at Busch Stadium, making his 12th career start here. And a curveball. Ruiz can't hang on, so foul ball. Out toward right field, Jeff Francoeur comes trotting in a few steps and puts it away. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Budweiser. Budweiser is still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you. Probably sell a lot of Budweiser in this city, right?
I would think so. Red Delicious.
It is all over this town. all over this ballpark. Who are we going to get to sponsor that sign? Let's call Budweiser. Who are we going to get to sponsor that night? Let's call Budweiser. 1 ball, no strikes to Peralta, who grounded out to third his first time up. Fly ball, center field. And Odubel fades over to the right center field gap, makes the catch. Jason Hayward's coming up. Well, Mother's Appreciation Day brought to you by StubHub will be coming up at Citizens Bank Park on Sunday, May 10th, when the Phillies take on the New York Mets. All women 15 and older will receive that wristlet. See, the zipper has a baseball on it. Tickets can be purchased by going to Phillies.com. Hayward singled the right to left field, excuse me, his first time up.
Continue just to pound the strike zone. He doesn't care who's up. He's not intimidated by anybody. He pitches.
I walked in with him today, and he's as relaxed as you will ever find. Most guys put that front up on occasion, but he is. It doesn't matter what time of day, where he is, if he's pitching that night. Softly to the right side. He better get over to cover, and that's going to be a base hit for Hayward. Well, he relaxed a little bit too much on that one. Now, Chase Utley is questioning whether that ball is a foul ball or not.
Back in the old day, you could say check it for shoe polish.
They did look, yeah.
They don't use colored shoe polish anymore. I don't think it did hit it. Now they use like a clear polish that they put on all the spikes.
It's kind of like a foam spray to clean it. Watch it again. It looks like it hit just in front of his foot.
Aaron's having a tough time seeing the signs from Chooch right now. He's kind of squinting in there, and actually I saw Chooch open up his legs a little bit to, so he could see the fingers a little easily.
Down the left field line. Revere on the run over toward the corner. He gets there and makes the catch. And he does another little hurdle. Side is retired. No runs. 1 infield hit. 1 man left. We've played our first 4 innings here at Busch Stadium. It's a 1-1 game. Ben Revere, last night he hurdled over the ball dude. And tonight he's showing his ups again up against the wall. Answer. All right, Ben, here we go. Who was the last Cardinals pitcher before Adam Wainwright in 2014 to start an All-Star game?
Well, I was going to go with that number that's on the board out there, number 45.
Bob Gibson? Bob Gibson is your answer?
No.
Oh.
Chris Carpenter is my answer.
Chris Carpenter is correct.
All right.
Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. I was going to say that we showed his jersey a few times tonight, but that would have kind of given it away.
Yes. Are you trying to press me into the wrong answer there, Tom?
I was actually at one point. I was going to throw John Tudor out there, somebody like that. Freddie Galvis so far tonight is 0 for 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
See, that's the pitch right there. He's not finishing the pitch out in front. He's spinning towards first base. He's leaving his arm behind, and the ball's flying up and away.
Now, let me ask you something. When a guy does that, doesn't that eventually lead to arm problems?
It could. At that point, you're just throwing all arm. You still have to use your lower half. You have to stay closed with your front shoulder. Just flying open like that. Some guys can get away with it and they never get hurt. But if you're a power guy like him.
Ground ball toward the middle. Base hit for Freddie Galvis. We say that a lot.
About time he got one, huh?
Really. He now has 4 in this series. Time now for our cold hard fact, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light. Phillies have lost each of their last 5 road series and 10 of their last 13. And they're 15-28 overall on the road since July of last year. Well, so far this year, 2-7 on the road, trying to pick up their 3rd win tonight. Harang takes low, 1-0. This is as obvious a sacrifice situation as you will find.
Well, he did get a hit his first time up.
He did. You saying you don't want to take the bat out of his hand?
Get it down here, Aaron.
Whoa.
My buddy just texted me with the Joaquin Andujar suggestion.
Well, that would have been funny. That would have been funny.
Actually, he didn't even come to mind, I'll be honest.
Really?
No.
Never gets any credit. Harang bunts it foul. It's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Carpenter's really breathing down his neck. Creeping in from 3rd base there. Just have to get this out in front. I thought from up here he said, yeah, he did.
I thought from up here he may have.
No. It was late. A little too late.
Pulled it back late again. It's 3-1.
This is where having that equalizer behind home plate and Yadier Molina, you think maybe we could do like a hit and run. The problem is if you do miss the ball, Yadier Molina is going to throw you out.
Yeah, and Freddie Galvis does not have well above average speed.
No.
At first. 3 balls, 1 strike. Harang takes inside, ball 4. A very fortunate situation for the Phils. Harang is aboard for the 2nd time. The walk puts runners on 1st and 2nd. All right, now what do you do with Revere? Now you've got Harang at first, so he's swinging away here, isn't he?
I would think so. I would definitely think so.
Because if he doesn't put the bunt in the right spot, he's a dead duck at second base. And he bunts over toward third. Yadier Molina goes to third, and they get the lead runner.
Very aggressive play there by Yadi.
Just didn't get it out far enough.
No, the ball just deadened. Very wet there in front of home plate. Makes a good strike to third to nail Freddie.
All right, so now what would you have done there if you were the manager? Would you prefer him to hit away? I mean, I know you're trying to get a run to get the lead.
I'd like to see him hit away.
Yeah.
I mean, he peppered 2 balls his first 2 at bats up the middle. Unfortunately, he didn't get hits out of it.
Yeah, maybe that was the thought. Maybe they thought he'd hit into a double play, but he has been swinging the bat a little bit better lately. Now you've got Harang at second. It's going to be tough to score him on a base hit by Herrera. Herrera does have an infield hit tonight, and he shows bunt. 1 ball and no strikes.
Swing the bat, young fella.
Just saw Chase signal something. I don't know if it was to Herrera or Revere. Jeff Nelson just rung up Odubel Herrera, but it was only the 2nd strike. I think he just apologized to Yadier Molina. The grounder foul, and it remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Here's the last pitch of Harang. I told him about his shoulder flying out. So he throws it up and away. You see him gesture right after that. Keep my shoulder in. See that? Ooh, keep it in. That shoulder starts flying out, and he's made the adjustments. And he knows he's doing it. You know, that's a good sign. If you're a Cardinal coach or Yadier Molina, at least he knows what he's doing wrong so he can correct it.
Outside, 2-2. On the Toyota Major League scoreboard, the Nationals and the Braves are in the top of the 8th inning. Nats lead at 9-4. Washington has scored 22 runs in the last 2 games. Dan Uggla has had another good night, a couple more RBIs for the Nationals. Two balls, 2 strikes to Herrera. And the dirt gets away from Molina. Harang's going to try for third, and he's going to get there. Awkward slide, but he is there.
Cat-like.
And Revere goes to second. I hope he's okay.
I wouldn't say Yadi is lazy getting here, but you got to get both knees down, not just one, so you can smother that ball, keep it out in front.
Yeah, by going to that Tony Pena kind of style, kind of left him open.
Especially if you're expecting balls in the dirt, you have to be up and ready to get over top of that ball and smother it.
Somebody's going to make fun of a rank slide, aren't they?
Absolutely. As well they should. Let's put one in play here.
Infield comes in halfway on the right side. And the pitch is lined toward right field. That'll be a base hit. Harang will score. Revere around third. He's going to be held. The throw by Hayward would have gotten him. The throw back. Oh, man, Ben, what are you doing? They've got him in a rundown. Nobody's covering third. The throw. And Peralta tags him out. Obviously, poor base running by Ben Revere. The Phillies do take the lead 2-1 on the RBI single by Odubel Herrera. He put the brakes on late and then was kind of lazy going back to third base.
Well, first of all, it's just another great at bat by Odubel Herrera. This ball has a lot of air on it, and he probably would have been dead duck at home plate. But yeah, the third base coach is stopping you for a reason. Stop, assess the situation, and get back to third base.
Nine, 2-5, 2-6, and the Phillies take the lead here in the fifth inning. Well, Pete had the stop sign up. What would you say, Revere was 7 or 8 feet away off the bag?
Yeah.
He just didn't go back aggressively.
And the part that really stinks about it is the fact that you would have first and third with one out.
And chase up.
And the hole open, because he pretty much is a pull hitter on the ground. He could have shot one through that hole.
Takes off the outside corner, 1-0. Way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Now they're being careful with Chase Utley. So now they're going to walk him intentionally. There's ball 4. Utley will be aboard. So even though Utley hitting 116, he still intentionally walked here. Francoeur is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and he is struck out.
Make it hurt here, Jeff.
Way inside, 1 ball, no strikes, and this is what you're talking about.
I'm actually surprised no one's actually gone out there and talked to him about
the same thing.
Just a quick reminder.
Eric Lilquist, the pitching coach for the Cards. Mike Matheny also knows a thing or two about pitchers and how to handle them. 25 pitches this inning and 66 for the game. This is the 3rd time through the lineup for the Phils. Last year the opposition hit .445 against Martinez. 3rd time through.
Good one to hit there. You just look at this inning. You have 2 walks and 2 singles, and you have 1 run. It's where you can't shoot yourselves in the foot, especially against a team like the Cardinals. You know they have some firepower.
Swing and a miss. Bat goes flying. Brancourt is struck out. Side is retired. A run does score. Phillies leave a couple. Dubal Herrera's RBI single gives the Phillies the lead. $6 million people in the greater Philadelphia region. There's ample opportunity to help. Build houses, volunteer, or be a mentor. Visit citizensbank.com/community to learn more. Good banking is simple, clear, and personal, and that's helping you bank better. Citizens Bank. Phillies on top 2-1. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Harang will face the bottom of the order. Wong, Carlos Martinez, and then the top of the order. Arad working with the lead for the first time tonight. Wong had an RBI single his first time up, and that drove in the only run for the Cardinals in the 2nd inning. Last night the Cardinals had 15 hits and scored 11 runs. Both were season highs. That one's lined to right field. Jeff Francoeur will cut it off on 2 hops. Hold Wong to a single, so he's 2 for 2. Live now at Phillies.com, the Phillies Fantastic Auction, featuring great experiences and collectibles, including a trip for 2 to Chicago for the Phils Cubs series, a trip for 2 to San Francisco for the Phils and Giants, the kids' sleepover in the Phillies clubhouse, and breakfast with the Fanatic. The Fantastic Auction partners include WIP and WPHT and benefits Phillies charities. The auction ends May 13th and 14th, so you still have a couple weeks. Check it out now at Phillies.com. Martinez bunts foul. It's 0-1. I guess having breakfast with the Fanatic is like having breakfast with the characters down in Disney. You know, they'll just take some photos, sit, hang out. Not going to say anything.
What do you think he eats for breakfast?
Everything. Anything and everything.
He's got a pretty big boiler on him.
But if you're a kid, what kid doesn't want to have breakfast with the Fanatic? Curveball. Takes her ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he bunts it toward first. It's a good bunt. Howard will pick it up. Flips underhand to Utley. Sacrifice is successful.
Great bunt.
Well, it's time now for our Geico quote of the day. Peter Borges is coming up to the plate. He's playing tonight for John Jay. And John Jay, after last night's ball game, was talking about the Cardinals lineup. And he said, I think we have a lot of guys that can hit anywhere in this lineup. It's not a big deal. And that was referencing Jay moving to the leadoff spot last night for the first time this season. I think that's a clear indication that they can mix and match because they have Peter Borges leading off for them.
Well, it's true. Colton Wong in the 8-hole. I mean, he can hit. He's in the 8-hole. Very easily hitting the 2-hole.
A line drive down the right field line, and I'll drop it for a base hit and scoot to the corner. A run will be in. Look at Borges run. He's already around second, heading to third. Man, he can fly. And he's got an RBI triple. 2-2 game. I don't know, Billy Hamilton, D. Gordon, there's some fast guys. That could have been one of the fastest sprints we've seen this year from home to third base.
He was moving. I think Jeff Francoeur underestimated how hard that ball was hit. He tried to make a straight line for the ball in right field. By the time he even came close to it, it was by him. Absolutely by him. Once it gets down in that corner, it's going to rattle around, and not even close to third base, but it just, we talked about how fast this field is, and that ball got to the outfield and scooted.
Now the infielder's in for Matt Carpenter. That's an advantage for Carpenter. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Harang has struck him out twice. On the inside corner, that's the pitch he struck him out on his first time up. Part of that success that you just saw with his runners in scoring position was last night. Cardinals were smoking hot with runners in scoring position. Chopper toward first. Howard's coming home, and Borges is safe at home plate. And the Cardinals take the lead. I think Cardinals thought he had him. Carlos could not block the plate, obviously, until the throw came in. Ryan Sandberg's coming out to chat with Jeff Nelson, the home plate umpire. I think Borges, naked eye, it looked like he got to the back of the plate, Ben.
I think he got in there.
See there, his foot was popped up.
Now, if his foot is in the air,
right, that's the thing.
Take a look at it.
Yeah, they'll look at it. This isn't a bad challenge by Ryan Sandberg.
Just because his foot is at the bag or past the bag doesn't mean it actually touched the bag.
Yeah, it was up in the air. So this play is under review. Watch it again. Right there, foot is up. Where's the tag? Now the foot's down. Has Carlos already tagged him at that point? Now that's the view we have right there. They'll look at our view, the Cardinals' view, and they'll also look at the national telecast. National TV is here, so they have a number of different angles that they can choose from. Watch this one here, Ben. You see the umpires sort of blocking our view. His foot was on the plate when Carlos did lean into him forcefully. Yeah, I think he's in there.
Yeah, I think he's safe.
Right there, his foot was on the plate, and I think that's when Carlos tagged him. So I think this one will stand, and the Cardinals will have a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They got what they wanted. They got a ball in the infield, but it forced Howard to move a little bit, which benefited Borges, who's lightning quick. And he got a very good secondary lead off the third base bag.
That's what speed can do.
I have to admit, he's faster than I thought he was. Boy, he was home to third. He was unbelievable.
It's fun to watch.
Well, they are taking a long look at this.
You hope it does go in the Phillies' favor. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't know if there's enough to overturn it anyway, just from the angles that we saw.
If the play does stand, the Carpenter will have reached base in every game this season, correct?
Correct.
That's something.
And will get an RBI. It will be his 13th RBI. Here's the call from Jeff Nelson and Laz Diaz, the first base umpire. Save it home. We'll try to get an explanation on what the replay officials did see. It stands. It's not confirmed, which means there's no evidence to overturn the original call. So it's 3-2 St. Louis. They've scored 2 runs in this inning. They scored a fielder's choice and an RBI for Carpenter. The review took 2 minutes and 22 seconds. And now Matt Holliday is up. Holliday checks his swing on a pitch that's low. .487 on base percentage. He came into this game with a .500 on base percentage, which was tops in the National League. You going to green light Matt Holliday here?
Just going to ask you that.
I'm saying yes.
I'm saying no.
3-1.
I'm saying you were right.
Well, he got the green light. It wasn't the pitch that he wanted, which is one thing that you talked about during the open, during the first inning, that he can pitch backwards behind in the count. He can throw off-speed stuff. He doesn't have to throw a fastball all the time. One of the positives of Harang. And there's ball 4. So 2 runners on, and Matt Adams will come to the plate. Follow the Phillies all season in 2015 with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment. Then game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcasts, StatCast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or your tablet. Adams 1 for 2.
He's at all winded from running the bases last inning?
I was thinking about that. I mean, you would think not, but he might be. That one's the opposite way down the left field line. A fair ball. Carpenter will score. Holliday will go to third. An RBI double for Matt Adams, his second double of the night. 4-2 Cardinals.
Piece of hitting.
Bob McClure coming out to talk to Aaron Harang. Phillies bullpen has not started just yet. I would think they're going to have to play the infield in again. Johnny Peralta's coming up. Peralta tonight is 0 for 2. He's grounded to third. He's also flied to center. Holiday at third. Adams at second. He's only walked the one batter in this inning, but his command is not where it was in the previous 4 innings. And a liner to left field, a base hit. 1 run is in. Adams will be held at third. 5-2. Cardinals on top. Well, they're going to have to get somebody up in the bullpen now. That's 8 hits for St. Louis. Jason Hayward has 2 hits. An infield hit his last time up, and a single to left the time before. Dustin McGowan will start the throw in the pen.
Cardinals lineup, they don't take anything for granted, but they will take what the pitcher and what the defense will give you. You see Matt Adams going with the pitch to left field. Peralta coming up there with second and third, not trying to do a whole lot. Stays inside a pitch, sinker down in, hits it to left field.
Over to first, a foul ball again, 0-2. Yeah, I think you can see why they are second in the league in hitting at 269. Four runs are in for St. Louis here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a 5-2 lead. And runners on first and third for Hayward. Swing and a miss. He got him with a high breaking pitch. And there are 2 outs. So the 9th man to come to the plate in this inning is Yadier Molina. Five strikeouts for Harang. Molina's 0 for 2. He's popped out to Ruiz. He's also flied to left. Hits that one back toward the middle. Galvis has got it. He's got time to throw to first, and he gets Molina. And the inning finally is over with. But 9 men come to the plate for the Cardinals. They score 4 runs. We've played our first 5 innings. We'll go to the 6th. It's 5-2, Cardinals on top. Howard homered his last time up. Ryan Howard is bringing the lumber. Brought to you by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. Home run number 4 for Ryan Howard on the year is 11th here in St. Louis. Let's see what he does this time around against Carlos Martinez. Phillies 2 runs on 6 hits. The Cardinals 5 runs on 8 base hits. And the first pitch to Howard in this at bat, and he throws him a changeup. Wouldn't you know it that he throws him a changeup on the first pitch?
Ryan has been very aggressive first pitch this season. Good one to hit there. Fastball middle in.
He pulls that one towards shallow right. Wong has played perfectly again. Just like his first at bat. Although the first at bat he had a range to his right. After months of anticipation, the NFL draft is almost here. What will Chip do? Who will he take? Get complete Eagles first round draft coverage starting Thursday night at 5 after the Phillies Cardinals series finale only on Comcast Sportsnet. Looks like all reports are that the Buccaneers, who have the #1 overall pick, will take Jameis Winston. What will the Titans do with the #2 pick? Well, that could affect a lot of people in the draft. What will the Jaguars do with the 3 pick? That could affect a lot of teams too. Cody Ashley hits it back toward the middle. Peralta has it behind the bag. 2 outs.
I'm draft talked out.
Have you decided who you're going to pick with the Eagles' first pick?
I'm going to take a receiver. You need a receiver.
I would agree with you on that. They've picked up some free agent receivers. Miles Austin being one. Azira Tutu being the other.
I'm just glad all the mock drafts will be over with. I've had enough.
Ruiz is 0 for 2, a fielder's choice, a ground out to short. You know what we'll do tomorrow? We'll get you to decide which receiver you're going to take with the Eagles' first pick. Inside, 2-0. "12 ground ball outs for Martinez. Many of them to Colton Wong over at second base.
Ryan Howard peppers another ball. I mean, any other hitter, that's a hit. And the exchange, I'm just amazed at the exchange from second base to first. How long that exchange is. I mean, it's a long throw. And second basemen aren't accustomed to making that throw all the time.
Yeah, he has 7 assists so far tonight, and 2 of them are with Howard up at the plate in shallow right field. 2-2 pitch to Ruiz. And it's low, 3-2. And Ruiz works out a walk. And Galvis is coming up. He's 1 for 2 today.
What'd you get for dancing all over the mound out there? Now, Freddie does get on here. Do you see them pinch hitting for Aaron Harang?
McGowan's been warming up since the bottom of the 5th inning. He's still throwing out there. So, yes, I think they would pinch hit. Grady Sizemore has a bat and a helmet in the dugout. There is McGowan. And there is Grady. And Yadier is going to go out and talk with Carlos Martinez. They do also have a reliever warming up. Randy Choate has started to throw in the bullpen.
So I'm sure he would come in to face Sizemore, and then Ruff would pinch hit for Sizemore.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. I think they would make that change. Phillies Baseball Academy is open for business. You can go to PhilliesCamps.com or call 610-520-3400 for more information. It's for girls and boys who want to play baseball and softball between the ages of 6 and 14. You get professional coaching, skill development from Phillies players, coaches, and baseball academy instructors. Again, go to PhilliesCamps.com for information. Galvis fouls it back. And it's 3-2. Carlos will be off on this pitch. There he goes. Pitch is grounded toward Wong again. Makes the play. Shallow right field. 8 assists tonight. Inning is over. No runs, no hits. 1 man left for the Phillies. We've completed 5.5. He not only has 2 hits, he also has 7 assists. We'll be back at the bottom of the 6th right after this. Where will Toyota take you? Visit buyatoyota.com to find out. Toyota, let's go places. And by Jefferson, where health is all we do. Call 1-800-JEFF now or visit jefferson.edu. Last of the 6th inning, it's 5-2 Cardinals lead. Aaron Harang is still out there since he didn't bat. They have left him in to face Colton Wong, the pitcher spot, and there will be a pitch hitter for the Cardinals. And then the top of the order, Carlos Martinez, talking to some of his other pitchers. Michael Wacha is over there. Mike Matheny already came over to congratulate him and tell him he was done for the night. Segrist is throwing in the pen for the Cards. This will end a string of 8 straight quality starts for Aaron Harang. No balls, 1 strike to Colton Wong. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Pops that one foul. 2 hour left and out of play.
And 8 assists tonight. By the 6th inning. 8. I just counted.
Popped up foul territory. And Ruiz makes the catch. Yeah, it's at 7. You're right. It is 8 because that first one was 1-4-3. So he gets an assist on that. Mark Reynolds will be the pitch hitter. I guess we have to go back and see how many of those are with left-handed hitters, because it would lead you to believe that maybe they're out in front of the changeup that Martinez is throwing. Mark Reynolds started game 1 in the outfield. We have not seen him since.
7 out of the 8 were. The only one was Frank Corey. Yeah.
Would that lead you to believe that they're out front of the changeup, you think?
Well, either that or they're trying to pull pitches. They're trying to pull balls that are an outside corner, trying to do too much.
Yeah, because if we go back and think about it, Revere, those weren't changeups that he hit back toward the middle. A 1 pitch to Reynolds. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Shows me that he was down in the zone. Some of those were hit hard, though. Ryan Howard hit a couple over there. Ben did hit a couple.
And a called strike 3. Reynolds down looking, 2 outs. 6 strikeouts for Harang. Every time the Phillies pitchers retired the opposition 1-2-3. Harang's done it twice tonight. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the official entertainment provider of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Real quick, Tom, you can tell the folks at home what Aaron did today to prepare for his start.
He went to see the movie Fast and Furious.
7.
He didn't see all 7. He just saw the 7th. And a lot of pitchers do that.
They do.
They try to get their mind, kind of relaxed before they come to the ballpark. He's not alone with that.
I don't know how you go there and don't gorge yourself on soda and popcorn, though.
Self-discipline, my man. Base hit up the middle for Borges. He is now 9 for 19 against Aaron Harang in his career.
That's something. Must see it well off him.
Matt Carpenter has an RBI tonight and a run scored. He's 0 for 3. Runner goes. Pitch is taken outside. Throw to second is in time on 1 hop. He threw that right into the base path, and Borges is caught for the first time this year. No runs. All right, hold on. Mike Matheny may want to challenge this one. So everybody has to hold. And now he says, nope, you are out, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. 6 in the books. We'll go to the 7th inning. The Phillies trail it by 3. for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Game summaries. We move to the top of the 7th inning. Aaron Harang, 6 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs. His night is done. Ryan Howard has hit his 20th home run against the Cardinals. His 11th here at Busch Stadium. Carlos Martinez is the pitcher of record on the winning side right now for the Cardinals. He'll give way to his bullpen. Kevin Segrist in his 10th game. And he will face Cesar Hernandez, who will pinch hit. So Harang is done after 6. Cesar hitting .222. Foul tip on the first one. It's 0-1. Doesn't get much easier with this Cardinals bullpen. You know, the starters 2.67 ERA. That's tops in the National League. The bullpen 1.88 earned run average. That's tops in the National League. And quickly it's 0-2.
You think you get out of the woods when getting the starter out of the game, and then in come these guys out of the bullpen who are just as effective.
The ball's at 2 strikes to Hernandez. Fly ball, shallow right field over toward the line. Wong gives way to Hayward, and 1 out. And back to the top of the order for Ben Revere. Well, this is a good play to end the last half inning. Good play on the part of Freddie Galvis.
It's an excellent play. One thing just to even catch it on that short hop, but to apply the tag that quickly and make the play. I mean, he's just very quick with that hand, and it was bang bang. I thought he got his foot in there, but he definitely was out.
Boy, it was really close.
Some hand speed there by Freddie.
Revere up for the 4th time tonight, takes on the outside corner.
Nobody appreciates that more than Chooch. Picking his teammate up.
Back to the screen. It's 0-2.
I can't tell you how many balls have hit off that facade over there to our left and ricocheted down.
Going up to the 2nd level.
Yeah, amazing. Hits that facade and goes back down to the first level there.
0-2 pitch coming to Revere again. And he slaps it the other way. Foul. Pretty good battle going on now with Ben Revere.
We talked about these pitchers coming in the ball game and why they're effective. 9 strikes, 0 balls so far for Segrist.
And a liner, base hit it to center field. Ball cut off by Hayward, and Revere will hold up at first. Revere now has hit it 5 straight, so he's aboard with 1 man down. Well, it's time now for a Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers. Phillies had a chance to add to their lead in the 5th inning.
Yadier Molina comes out and makes a very aggressive play to third base. We get Freddie there at third. And that is our Hyundai Defensive Player of the game.
He had one later on in that inning as well, where he was able to get Revere over at third base. That kind of thwarted the inning. That bunt didn't get far enough away from home plate. Phillies were trying to put runners at second and third, but they did wind up scoring. Next to Odubel Herrera, who's up now. He singled, drove in a run. His last time up, he has 2 hits tonight.
It's a great at bat by Ben Revere. A bunch of pitches off. He's able to get one that he liked and hit a bullet to center.
McGowan is joined now by Garcia.
No rush, is he?
Odubel? Not at all. He may be one of the first guys that gets that letter. I guess the warning first and then the eventual fine for delaying the game. That one's floated out towards short left field. Holiday comes running in and he's able to make the catch. Back to first goes Revere. 2 outs. And Chase Utley will be the hitter. Talking about the Cardinals leading the league in earned run average out of the bullpen at 1.88. The Phillies are also there. They're number 5 at 3.02.
188. It's amazing. Guys know their roles.
So guys warming up again. We mentioned Choate, the left-hander. Jordan Walden is the right-hander. Probably 0 for 2 tonight with an intentional walk.
It's one thing to have great arms down in the bullpen, but you have to know how to manage that bullpen. It's not the easiest thing to do. People think it is. It's not. When to bring guys in, how long they can go, knowing numbers against the opponents. I mean, a lot goes into factoring who comes in and when they come in.
Now, you've played for a number of different managers and a number of different pitching coaches. Does it depend on the manager and the pitching coach who has more say on who's coming in?
It depends. I mean, I know when I was in Seattle and Lou Piniella was the manager, I would say the pitching coach had a little bit more say. With Bruce Bochy managed his pen. He was one of the best at it.
So he would get the sheet saying, all right, this guy's available, that guy's available for X, Y, and Z. And then he would decide who's going to come in certain times.
Yes. It's not easy. You look at McGowan, he's been down the bullpen for an inning and a half, throwing. All that factors into it as well.
Utley takes low, and it's 1-2. It's a close pitch. So Ben will be off and running on this pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Frank McCore, who's on deck. He's had a tough night too. 3, 4, and 5 for the Phillies, under 200 with their average. Utley hits it well out toward right center field. Borges on the run into the alley, reaches up and makes the catch. Third time in this series, Utley has sent it to that same general vicinity. John Jay tracked it down twice, and now Peter Borges tracks it down a third time. Well, speed does kill, and in this case, and in this series, it's robbed Chase Utley of 3 extra base hits. Time to stretch with the Cardinals up 5-2. Going in their final 2 at-bats tonight. They trail it by 3. Pulling a doubleheader at the office, look no further than W.B. Mason's wide selection of Green Mountain Coffee K-Cup pods to keep you running. Order by 11:30 and get free same-day delivery. Who but W.B. Mason. To the bullpen we go. Dustin McGowan will pitch for the Phillies. Takes over for Aaron Harang, who goes 6 innings tonight and allows 9 base hits and 5 runs. Carpenter was up when Borges was thrown out trying to steal to finish up the bottom of the 6th inning. McGowan, the hard-throwing right-hander the Phillies picked up right before the start of the season. Dodgers let him go. Inside, 1-1.
Yeah, for a guy that literally got picked up the day of the season starting, he's logged a lot of innings.
So this is his 8th ball game. He has started 1 game. Two and 1. McGowan went to camp with the Dodgers after being let go by the Toronto Blue Jays. And he went there to be a relief pitcher. It was a crowded bullpen. Sometimes it's hard for a free agent to find his way in a short period of time in what is a crowded bullpen, where the Dodgers knew a lot of the pieces they wanted to use in that puzzle. You have to do a lot of convincing in a very short period of time.
He's always had a big arm. That makes it a little easier to find the spot. Also a guy that can eat up some innings.
3-2 pitch to Carpenter. Fouls it off to the left and back into the seats. $40,000 for the first 2 nights here in St. Louis, and they're anticipating the same type of crowd tonight. A lot of people out on the Budweiser Brew House, or the platform out there. That one's pulled right to Ryan Howard. 1 out here in the 7th. Ball got away as Howard was trying to throw it around the diamond. Matt Holliday's coming up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, as you know, in baseball, there is pretty much a stat for everything. But, Ben, you started off the broadcast by talking about getting your bat on the ball, putting it in play generally results in good things. And there is actually a stat for that. It's our T-Mobile Game Changer. Batting average on balls in play. How about Matt Holliday this year? Batting .489 on balls that he puts into play. So to put that in perspective, the average is about 300. So 3 in every 10 balls put into play go for a hit. He is close to 5 in every 10 balls put into play goes for a hit. And, you know, on the flip side of things, sometimes you just have to scratch your head because Chase Utley, right now, just a 107 batting average for balls that he puts into play. We've seen 3 that he's hit into the alley in this series alone that have all been out. So sometimes it just doesn't seem fair, but Matt Holliday is certainly doing his job. For sure.
Well, he is. You saw DJ LeMahieu, who is on that list as well. There was a big article in one of the national papers today, national publications today, websites, where LeMahieu said that he went into the offseason trying to get better against the off-speed pitches, and that's why his average and his numbers with balls in play is as high as it is right now. 3-1 to Matt Holliday. He just asked if he was called to strike on the swing or if it was just called to strike.
I think it was both.
Pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
So is that.
That's where you're going good as a hitter and you're thinking, there's no way he gives me something to hit here with 3-1. There's no way. And he throws one. And you say, why did I take that?
Pretty close pitch there, too. Ball 4. A 1-out walk. Here is Matt Adams, who has suddenly gotten very hot after striking out a bunch in game 1 of this series. He has 4 hits, I should say 5 hits in the last 2 games to raise his average to 286. He is a big boy.
He is. A little surprised you're not running for Holliday here. They did in the first 2 games.
Yeah, I thought maybe they'd put John Jay in, but he still has a sweatshirt in the dugout. That one's floated to center. Herrera makes the catch. 2 outs. Back to first goes Holliday. Johnny Peralta is due up. Runner goes. Pitch is hit foul. That's why they didn't run for him.
Big fella out there taking liberties.
Yeah.
Tell you what, after that ball was hit, because they had the shift on for Adams, and that ball was blistered to center. But watching Cody actually try to get from shallow right center in case that ball does get by or fall in for whatever reason. Watching Cody get from, he was on a dead sprint from shallow right center field to get to third base. There are bodies moving all over the place.
Over toward Cody Ashley. He'll go to short way to second, and the inning is over. Nice job by Dustin McGowan. No runs, no hits. And one man left over at first. On to the top of the 8th inning. 6 outs for the Phils to try to get 3 runs back. Go further. Buy WB Mason. You can't go wrong when you buy right and buy your Delaware Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer or visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Well, Ben Davis and Greg Murphy. I'm Tom McCarthy. Beautiful night for baseball here in St. Louis. The weather is warming up. We have day baseball tomorrow, 1:45 Eastern time first pitch, 12:45 local time. Then we're going to hit the road again and head over to Miami for a 3-game series against the Marlins. Here's Jordan Walden in his 12th ball game. He's over from the Atlanta Braves. He's the guy that does the bunny hop out on the mound when he delivers his pitch.
He sure does.
Jeff Francoeur will lead it off. It'll be Francoeur, Ryan Howard, and Cody Ashley.
At no point is his back foot even come close to touching the rubber when he releases the baseball.
Delivers a strike. It's 0-1. Well, here you go.
I mean, he's been in the league for a while now, but every time I see him, it just blows my mind how he could do that with his lower half and still generate enough arm speed to rush it up there.
And a lot of it is arm. Basically.
It's all arm.
Yeah. He lands essentially where a guy will normally land. Francoeur just trying to stay alive. It's 0-2.
But it's so unconventional. Literally, if you have a kid in Little League and you teach him how to throw a baseball, this would absolutely be the last thing to ever. I don't even know how you could teach him that. But he is effective.
Certainly has been this year. Came over from the Braves with Jason Hayward in that trade that sent Joe Kelly from the Cardinals over to Atlanta. Oh, excuse me, Shelby Miller. Fly ball to right, caught by Hayward. Joe Kelly went to the Boston Red Sox. Which still shocks me that they were able to trade 2 pitchers. 2 young pitchers, and still have the rotation that they have.
They find a way.
Ryan Howard's 1 for 3 tonight. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times, including a home run, his 4th of the year. I don't know if Howard is going to be in the lineup tomorrow with the day game. But I'd be surprised if he's not back in the cleanup spot, even though he's hitting just 194.
3 home runs in his last 5 games.
One ball, 1 strike to Howard. Phillies have got to figure something out, though, with 3, 4, and 5. And all 3 under 200. Another one out toward Wong. And from shallow right field, he has thrown Howard out 3 times. Bike the city with us at the inaugural Phillies Charities Bike Ride. Join hundreds of cyclists for a 25-mile ride through Philadelphia on Sunday, May 17th. Net proceeds from the event benefit Phillies Charities. Register now at phillies.com/bike ride.
I can't tell you the last time I was on a bike. I really can't.
Well, maybe you should get out a little bit more. You could bike around your farm. Why don't you go on Murph's bike race or bike tour that he does, the bike ride for charity?
I'll meet him afterwards.
Always room for another person, Ben, on Team Murphy.
On the Tour de Shore, you get a cool jersey and everything.
Can I wear one of those helmets?
You don't need one.
Safety first, boys.
Are you saying I have enough product in my hair and won't be affected, Greg?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
She takes low, 1 and 2.
I'll save you a jersey.
I was going to say, when you have to have a separate compartment in your suitcase for hair product, then you know you have a lot. Mine's got dust in it.
Mothballs.
There's the 1-2 to Ashe. Off the end of the bat foul.
Hey, Ben, if you want to start slow, you can do the bike ride with the Phillies. I'll be doing that, 25 miles. We'll get you tuned up for the 65.
You're going to do that, Murph?
Yes. Absolutely.
Your BMX bike?
Something like that.
And Ashe is struck out. Easy inning for Jordan Walden. Phillies go down 1-2-3 in their half of the 8th inning. We played 7.5 here in St. Louis. Cardinals 5 and the Phillies 2. That series the Phillies have with the Pittsburgh Pirates. All fans coming to Citizens Bank Park on that evening will receive the Phillies cap you see right there. Compliments of Teva. Order your tickets by going to Phillies.com. Home half of the 8th inning. The Phillies will go back to their bullpen. And Jenmar Gomez will be the new pitcher, taking over for Dustin McGowan, who threw a scoreless 7th inning. Gomez, no wins, no losses, an ERA of 3.5. And he'll face Jason Hayward as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. Braves took a 1-0 lead in the second. Phillies took a 2-1 lead. Excuse me, Cardinals took a 1-0 lead in the second. Still have Hayward / Braves on my head. 1-0 lead in the second. The Phillies took a 2-1 lead with single runs in the 4th and the 5th. But then the Cardinals busted it open with 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th inning. And they lead it 5-2. Hayward is 2 for 3 tonight. Chase Utley comes charging in from the outfield grass to throw Hayward out.
Now, I don't know what the scouting report that the Phillies have on Walden, but you look at a guy that's a power pitcher, and I'm just sitting there looking at how many all-speed pitches he threw. Out of the 13 pitches he threw, 5 fastballs, 5 sliders, and 3 changeups. And they had some funky swings at him. It's almost like they're looking for something hard, and they just weren't getting it last inning.
Yeah, pretty effective inning of relief, and now he'll give way probably to Trevor Rosenthal. Here's Yadier Molina, who has popped out, flied out, and grounded out. 0 for 3. There is Rosenthal. This is a save situation at this point. Utley again. Two outs. Time for the Major League Notebook. Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, it was a strange scene in Baltimore today as 2 Major League Baseball teams, the Orioles and the White Sox, took to the field at Camden Yards with 0 fans in attendance. That was the official attendance today because of the civil unrest that has been happening in and around the city of Baltimore over the last couple of days. Reports were there were 3 scouts in the seats and 46,000 empty seats after that. And back to some baseball news. Nelson Cruz of the Mariners hit a home run today, number 10 on the season, and it went 483 feet.
Wow.
Jeff Francoeur makes that catch. 483 feet, the longest home run in Major League Baseball this year, and number 10 on the season for Nelson Cruz. So it was a bomb indeed.
Well, he has 10. Hanley Ramirez has 10. We've played 8 innings. We'll go to the 9th inning here in St. Louis. Here comes Trevor Rosenthal. talk about the Cardinals, how balanced they are. This is a guy who is normally on the bench who started tonight, Peter Borges. Man, he was flying on that triple. And that started the scoring, the 4-run 5th inning for the Cards. R.W. Mason delivery of the game.
Look over how fast he is.
Trevor Rosenthal takes over for the Cardinals here in the top of the 9th inning. He's the Cards closer. 7 saves and 7 opportunities. He's a hard-throwing right-hander. When he first came up, he had a little trouble with his command, and still does from time to time. Carlos Ruiz is the first batter up. Corey, the number 44, the all-time saves leader for the Cardinals. Jason Isringhausen also wore 44. 2-0 to Ruiz. It's another guy who threw 100 when he came up. That last pitch was at 94 miles an hour.
It's hard to sustain. You look at Aroldis Chapman, he's still a guy. He's still 100 to 103, and he has sustained it.
I wonder how you do sustain it. I mean, he's got a totally different body than Rosenthal does. And a called strike 3. That was a 96. 1 out. Phillies have 1 hit in the last 3 1/3. Freddie Galvis coming up.
Paint. There's not a whole lot you're going to do with that pitch anyway.
Galvis shows bunt, takes low. It's 1-0. Freddie overall hitting .366. He does have a hit tonight. He's 1 for 3. Natural right-handed hitter, but he's hitting .325 as a lefty, and he's going to need a new bat. 2 outs.
Another 4-3 in your scorebook.
Coming up, Ricky Metallico breaks down tonight's Phillies-Cardinals matchup. He'll talk about all the assists that Colton Wong has tonight. Only on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Post-Game Live. You have 10?
Yes.
Nine 4-3s and 1 1-4-3.
Yes.
For Colton Wong. Grady Sizemore will pinch hit for the Phillies here in the top of the 9th inning. Game 3 of a 4-game series. Don't forget, tomorrow, game number 4, day baseball, 1:45 Eastern time. 12:45 local time. And Grady hits it sharply past Colton Wong, a base hit into center field. Boy, that was one of the better swings Grady Sizemore's had.
Very good swing. I know the results aren't always there with the Phillies pinch hitters, but they come up ready to hit. Very good swing. Quick. And that's the thing, if you're called upon off the bench, look, they're ready to hack.
Ben Revere singled his last time up. He has 1 hit in 4 at-bats tonight. Phillies trying to bring the tying run to the plate. They need 1 more base runner. Runner goes, pitches a strike. No throw for Sizemore. He'll go in standing. just foul. Two balls, two strikes to Ben Revere. Way upstairs, 96, a little overthrowing there. 3-2.
They're ready to hit.
Fights it off. Outside, ball 4. So the tying run is coming to the plate here. Odubel Herrera has 2 hits tonight, has an RBI single. .24 hits, which is tops among rookies. And of those 24, 8 are extra base hits.
Now would be a good time for his first really far hit.
Ken Giles starts to throw in the bullpen for the Phils. Ooh. 97, 0-2.
Good rip there. See the Cardinals making a concerted effort to really try and bury pitches in on Odubel. That was a good swing though. Very aggressive.
No balls, 2 strikes, runners on first and second. Time is called. Goes down looking. The Phillies leave a couple here in the ninth, and the Cardinals have taken the last 2 games. Tonight they win it by a final of 5-2. Peter Borges comes off the bench to ignite the offense to a 4-run 5th inning. He finished with 2 hits. Matt Adams, 2 doubles, a run scored and an RBI for the St. Louis Cardinals. So for a second straight night, they provided a balanced attack. And that balanced attack backed our Chevrolet player of the game, Carlos Martinez.
Very good tonight. Was able to mix in his changeup at times. A lot of ground balls. Colton Wong helping him out, helping the entire pitching staff out for the Cardinals all night. But just a lot of ground balls. Mixing a few sliders for the most part. Did it with his fastball. And he was good. He made his pitches when he needed to make them. And that's why he is the Chevrolet player of the game.
So the Cardinals take game 3. They've taken 2 of the first 3. Series finale will be tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk more about tonight's ball game when we return to St. Louis.